Okay guys, we got a 05 Ford Taurus here, and it's got a 3.0 in it. Yes, it is one of those throwaway cars. We are going to try to determine, is the catalytic converter plugged up? And we got a miss, and we've got a rough idle, and under a load we have an extreme miss, like wanting to just grab and go. Could be fuel, could be air, could be spark. In this case, first thing we want to check out is, and I could run the code reader on it, but that's not what these videos are about. You know that. It's all about saving money. You may not have a code reader, so that's not what we're doing here. Anybody wants to make comments about that? Oh, you might have a P2167 code, which is the O2 sensor, and it's trying to compensate, blah, 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 blah. We're not doing that. Stop leaving those stupid comments. We're doing this about saving money, not going down and buying a $50 or $80 computer or part or whatever. We always try to do it cheap. That's what these are about. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to pull off an O2 sensor. It takes a 7/8 wrench. Let's pull one out and see, is the catalytic converter plugged up? So take a 7/8 wrench, go down to your exhaust. There's one here and there's one up underneath the car, right where in the side of the exhaust where the sensor plugs into, and you don't have to unclip it for this. I'll show you a trick to putting that back in real easy, because especially with these 3.0s, they're hard to get at. So just take that O2 sensor out, let it hang, and then let's fire this thing up, and we're going to find out if that cat is plugged up. Be right back. Let me get it out. Okay, so I have the O2 sensor out right now. It is hanging down. The clip is very hard to get to, so I just left it plugged in. So now we're going to start the vehicle up and see if the idle is the same. It's going to definitely be louder, and that's okay. We want to know if it has a miss at the idle, and when we rev it up and hold it at about 1500 RPMs, does it jerk up and down like there's back pressure on the exhaust or cat? I can already hear it didn't help. So now we know that it's probably not the catalytic converter that is plugged up. So there's no bearing on the catalytic converter as far as I'm concerned. It's a different issue, probably fuel. And we'll check that out, and I'll put that in another video. So we can put the O2 sensor back in. So this tells us that by taking it out, the air can escape out this hole if the cat is plugged up and not going out that hole. But in this case, that's not the issue. So one other thing, when you put this O2 sensor back in, here's a little trick for you. Because on these little Tauruses, these 3.0s, it's very hard to get to the clip to unplug them. And you don't need to unplug them. But what you can do is count how many threads are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn this counterclockwise 4 times total revolution. Stick it back in the hole. And then when you tighten it up, your cord will not be bound up or tangled. Plus, it'll go in a lot easier too, because it's going to want to unwind and screw in the direct way. So I think that makes sense to you. Okay. So once again, the air is escaping out this hole, and the vehicle's running the same. The idle is the same, and under a load, 1500, 1800 RPMs, it is the same. The only difference is that it's louder, and that's okay. So we're going to go to the next step. If you need to know this video, click on my name underneath this video for all my other how-to videos, and it'll send you to a link where I'm troubleshooting this for the next step. And please click like, please click subscribe. We hit 5,000, guys. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much. Enjoy.